All right, go ahead and raise your hands, and Rod will get you the mic.
Hey, John, it seemed like that one went a little better, starting with Stripling there. What did you see from him in such an important game?
He was awesome. Obviously perfect through 6. We were joking, you can call him Bob Ross, Stripling today. He was painting. But when you get an effort like that, I think it just puts the bullpen in the right spot. He's obviously a shot in the arm coming back off the IL. He was absolutely fantastic.
And it kind of happens quickly once you do get those Springer moments. Everything snowballs beyond that. Were you expecting that to happen quickly once you did break through?
Yeah, I mean, we have that kind of offense. And, we've talked about it the last couple of days. Big hit by George. Gurriel's walk, a big hit by Espy, and then Gurriel's bases loaded walk to kind of keep the line moving, and then Kirky coming through. So it can happen quick, and sometimes it just takes that one inning, and that was an awesome approach by everyone right there.
Just back to Stripling, I think he was at like 67 pitches or so when he went back out for the 7th. What was the conversation going to be if he kept a perfect game, and what was that going to be like for you?
I'm glad I didn't have to have it, but I mean, he was going to keep going. You don't get to see that very often. So he was dialed in and, made the decision pretty easy. In situations like that, you got to kind of have a contingency plan quickly, which we did. But, man, he was awesome.
When you did take him out, it looked like you had a kind of a conversation with him. What was that exchange like?
I asked him if he wanted Mountcastle, and, the back and forth was kind of funny. And he said to me, as only he could, he said, when I saw you walking out, I kind of shut it down, so I'm good. And Jimmy was ready. We were good with him continuing right there. But, a guy like him, veteran, who knows the situation, loved the honesty and loved the matchup coming in with Jimmy.
And just more on his season as a whole, I mean, I think we've talked about him a lot, but like how huge has he been for your rotation, the way that he stepped in? And it seems like every start he goes and gives you quality outing.
He's been tremendous. I mean, you can't understate it. He's been a stabilizing force. You can't ask for much more than what he's doing. And the execution part of it has just been phenomenal.
John, that 7th inning, just after you made the change there, that ground ball, the play that Bo made.
Play of the game.
And that seemed like a spot where things really could have gone either way.
Yeah, I mean, against a hitter that's done obviously pretty well against us. It was a hell of a play by Bo. He had an awesome game all around between that and his at-bats today. He was awesome. But yeah, I mean, to keep that right there and to keep that runner at third instead of it being first and third and Jimmy having to work through some real traffic, to me, that was a play of the game by Bo.
And just from a mental standpoint, once Springer kind of gets that hit and there's a bit of a breakthrough after everything kind of fought through the past couple of days, what psychologically does that do? Like, is that freeing for guys? What type of impact do you see that having?
Yeah, probably a little bit. I mean, we know that we're capable of doing that at any given moment. And I think, it's a big hit by George, and it's a credit to him for being ready in certain spots. And hopefully it carries over a little bit going into a really big series in New York. So, these guys, they're confident, and I think one inning, one game like that can really kind of turn the tides a little bit and get us rolling.
And just with George, did you have it in before the game that he was available? Situationally, how did that approach kind of play out?
Yeah, he was available to pinch hit today, obviously. He's feeling good. So I think in any matchup right there, he would have been ready to hit, and it worked out where they brought in the lefty, which is, I think in our favor a little bit. But yeah, it was, it's credit to him for being ready. And he's a really good player for a reason, and he got good time for his first ever pinch hit today, I think it was. First career pinch hit, right? Yeah, and 1,000th career, yeah.
I was going to ask you if you knew he hadn't had any pinch hits before that. But
I didn't know till after the game. Adam filled me in, so credit to him.
Does the feeling in the dugout change? I mean, I know it's a confident group, but we had seen guys the last couple of days sort of slumping and not feeling their best, right? Does the feeling change inside that 7th inning?
Yeah, I mean, the energy picks up, and I think everyone kind of goes, okay, here we go. This is what we're used to doing. So, you're waiting around for it, and you know what's going to happen eventually. It was an awesome inning from the hits to the walks to the approach. It was great, and like I said, hopefully it carries over to tomorrow, and more games going forward.
What does that bases loaded walk say about how Lourdes has changed as a hitter this year? We didn't used to see him let too many 3-1s go by, no matter where they were.
Yeah, I mean, I know his career numbers with the bases loaded are phenomenal, but I think just overall his approach and the control he has of the strike zone has been the difference for him from going from really good to great. So it's just kind of more of the same from him.
John, we saw Yusei Kikuchi sitting in the bullpen for the game. Have you made a decision there, and is Mitch White going to start on Saturday?
Yeah, Yusei is going to pitch out of the bullpen for now, and Mitch will start on Saturday. And we think that he can be definitely very useful in that role going forward, and looking forward to getting him into some good spots. It could be a variety of things. I mean, it could be against left-handed pitching. It could be for some length, but I mean, we're talking about a guy with an electric arm, and the improvements, although you can't really see him on paper. I get that part of it, but incrementally he's been a lot better. So we're excited about it. And, he strikes a lot of guys out, and he has electric stuff. So when put in the right position, I think he can really help us.
What was the conversation like with Yusei about the new role?
It was great. He was open. He's open to anything. He's, been battling all year, obviously, and understands that, not understands, but wants to be a big part of this team going forward and contribute any way he can. So the conversation was great. His attitude is great, and he was looking for positives for it, and we're looking forward to seeing him come in out of the pen.
All right. Thanks, everyone.
Thanks, guys.